Here we go, everybody. We're going into the second game of the semifinals. We got FH versus KELIANBAO, and the pre-bans are both some of Stoic's favorite picks.
Which is super interesting that KELIANBAO would ban out a Nikki, even though Nikki's been a high priority unit that KELIANBAO likes to draft. Seimei getting banned by FH, which is super strange because that doesn't feel like a playstyle for KELIANBAO whatsoever. But Seimei is in the pre-ban.
Yeah, right away, and honestly, a pretty solid pre-ban too, considering that he first picked the Layla. So we can tell that there's going to be a lot of debuffs coming out. Don't want to accidentally turn that stuff into healing. The Seimei could pretty much shut this down. That tells me that FH might have like a different type of team lined up for the second round, because once Seimei becomes available, this team kind of becomes less good, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. So with Seimei in the pre-ban, obviously things that are going to act like a Seimei, you got Juno, Vero. I know there's one other that's not coming to mind right now, but Juno and Veromos are definitely good units to kind of take that place of what Seimei would have been like drafted for. But we've seen this team, the Layla, the Tomo. This is something that a lot of players are using here. Valantis coming in here as well. It's a great, I guess they call it bells and whistles to complement your Tomo and Layla.
He's really thinking about what to lock in there. I didn't mind the Berg killed there, Stoic, because like, you know, that one's got the anti-CC on the passive. So when KELIANBAO is presenting the Light Monkey King, then I kind of prefer being resistant to kinds of crowd control. This is a very different play style than we've seen from KELIANBAO. I'm used to seeing him cleave.
Yeah, definitely am as well. So, like I was saying before, though, units that are going to take the place of that Seimei, just like Veromos getting drafted right here. We've got the very, very fast Escher getting banned out here. Tomo getting banned out, banning the speed lead for FH. Let's see how this thing works out here. KELIANBAO taking turn one with that Laura.
Yeah, here he goes. Gets the strips coming out. Let's see how that goes. Probably going to get just a little slap from Valantis, just a quick little one on the wrist, just to say, I did not appreciate that.
Yeah, not at all. Hey, looking for a full team strip, not getting the Light Monkey King. Kind of important that he gets that, but he's able to get the provoke with the Valantis. But you know what? Additional turn's a thing, man. That third skill comes in there and totally shuts down FH for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little while indeed. He's lucky that he's already got his turns back, by the way. That slow is normally pretty abysmal, to be honest. It makes him feel more like a 2-turn sleep than a 1-turn sleep for sure.
Yep, we're going to see a little bit of additional damage. I think he just keeps pumping that skill 1. There's really no sense in using that skill 2. Use that skill 2 in like desperation moments where you're trying to despair something. Whoa, another additional turn here for KELIANBAO. No bomb's going to be coming out here, but we're going to see that first skill. He may even... No, I don't think you need to utilize that third skill, because you can almost utilize third skill with Seara to just take attack bar now.
Exactly, and then here comes Veromos, who's going to get just a little bit of attack bar after his turn 2, so it's going to get him closer to his next one. Not quite enough to cut in between the Juno. And now if he feels so inclined, he could do a stomp right here to try to get some stuns on him.
Yeah, I think he had to go for it, not receiving anything at all with that Veromos, but looks like FH is going to try to do away with the Vero. Vero looking really, really low. Juno definitely has the additional damage to do so.
Oh, yeah. And so far, this is looking pretty by the books for FH right here. This is a great team he's composed. I like the Juno more than I thought I would for the damage, too. And even though he had the last pick in this situation, he didn't need to necessarily be as or rather, he had one of the last picks. The Juno is a counter to what he's trying to do. So it's nice to steal it so that way KELIANBAO has fewer options and has to pick the Veromos, who can get crowd control.
Yeah, most definitely. So now that Veromos is gone, obviously KELIANBAO is looking at this Devil Maiden Layla as a priority pick that I have to get rid of this unit. So I think we're going to see a lot of attention going towards Layla right now. Obviously Layla, yeah, just under 50% HP, but I think he's going to keep on poking that unit to try and get rid of it now that he doesn't have that Veromos.
What a well-oiled machine FH has put together here. I'm just like looking at this draft, looking at what he's picked, and no matter what KELIANBAO banned, the strategy was still there. I mean, imagine if he banned out like the Valantis or something, or if he banned out the Layla is a good example. We still have a Tomoe in that slot. We got the Gang to disrupt Laura's strip. It's very solid. Oh, that's a big skill 3 from the Light Monkey there, Stoic.
It's a very big skill 3 here, but Juno, I feel like, is just going to handle the rest here. FH drops Seara. It's going to be game over. I just don't see Light Monkey being able to do anything. Holy cow, that was a lot of damage. And we're going to lose the Juno here. You know what? It's suddenly kind of turning tables here for KELIANBAO. He's got to drop that Layla. Layla does drop here.
Oh.
He flipped the switch on him.
Dude, Seara, yet again, with the big damage to the setup, that was huge that he took out the Juno right there. If Juno lived, would have healed up everything. That was great threat assessment. That bomb, like, locked down the game. Changed the game.
Yeah, as much as we were trying to go after the Layla and get rid of that unit, knowing that we didn't have a Veromos to keep our team alive there, he made that swap, and I was like, I didn't see that kind of bomb damage coming from KELIANBAO to drop that Juno, and that was crazy.
Did you catch the number on that bomb? Because that was a pretty fresh looking Juno.
To be honest with you, it happened, and I was like, I didn't think Juno was going to get dropped like she did. We'd have to catch the replay. I'm sure we're going to see a replay later on.
In the
replay,
but, we'll look.
We'll
look for it there. That was crazy. It was looking totally FH's game to lose there. You know, it was like it looked like he had it. It looked like FH had it in the bag, like it was his game to lose, and then all of a sudden, boom. He made him lose it. I was like, yep, KELIANBAO's like, I'm going to make you lose it then.
Juno was supposed to be, obviously a lot of debuffs, takes the bomb short, bomb detonates, and takes the damage and heals up after all the negative effects. And, Juno's fine, but that just wasn't the case at all. Took the bomb damage and it was tragic.
Yeah. So now we're in a situation where I think FH is probably going to have to depart from that team strategy entirely now that Seimei is available. And also, like, he's given it a shot. So maybe he tries something new. I'm not sure. He could definitely repurpose some of those pieces, though.
Yep, well, new pre-bans coming in here. Does not want to have to play against that Layla team. Veromos getting pre-banned by FH. Obviously not wanting to have to play against another unit. Layla, I think, if that's the playstyle FH is going with, Layla is an incredible ban.
It absolutely is. And, like, the ban on the Layla is, like, or rather, the ban on the Layla, the ban on the Veromos, it shows that FH is still thinking about picking that same play style. Now we see it repeated with the fire puppet here.
Look at the flash on the gap soup. That's so funny.
First one. Oh, and the Tomoe and the Beth. Oh my gosh, FH, you're goated if you lock this in. I'd love to say, let's go.
So Beth is kind of like taking on that same role as that Layla when it comes to the anti-cleanse here. So Beth's super good, highly volatile. I see the Beth going through if KELIANBAO thinks he can control it and not give this unit a turn. I think Beth is super scary. Anytime I see a Beth, I'm like, I gotta ban that. I don't want to receive what this Beth is about to destroy me with. So we'll see what happens here. Oh my god, Smicer. We love the Smicer, dude.
Nice choice of words.
Oh, we love the Smicer so much. He was such a good ban. I love the Smicer. But Seara's 100% ban here. The damage that we saw from that unit was absolutely out of this world. So I don't think FH wanted anything to do with that Seara again.
No, absolutely not. Zima takes the lead, just inching above the Escher here.
All right, let's see what happens. Hey, gang. Second skill's coming out. Strip glancing. No glancing getting applied to this Beth.
Oh, he goes for it and actually gets resisted on Laura, so she doesn't get cleansed and boosted.
Yep, looking for some strips here. He's able to spread that when he gets his third skill back, and here we go. Beth going to do some terrible things. Not as much damage as I thought that was going to be, but of course we get that anti-cleanse coming out.
True, and it's, you know what? It's also really good setup for the Valantis skill too that we might see here, but that third skill actually just negated the defense break.
Oh, he was looking for Kama. I believe that was the second skill going on Laura and not landing that.
Oh, a little bomb that could. Doing what Seara can. Landing a bomb.
I know. Well, doing what Seara does now, landing the bomb, apparently was what goes on here. So much damage coming out here. All these dots going to be primed ready to finish off all these units. He has the second skill. There's no heal blocking on this field. So KELIANBAO is going to stay alive just a little bit longer.
Yeah, there sure is a lot in play. You know, there's no heal block isn't one of them. Look at that, the true damage, pseudo reminiscent of Wusa's skill 2 there on that skill 2. It shows you what Gap Goop is capable of right there. Escher securing the kill on Beth. She already's gassed out though. She's done everything.
Yep, beautiful additional damage from that Escher, by the way. Really taking advantage of that branding that was sitting on top of that Beth. So Beth dropped very easily to this Escher. Now we still have the sustain when it comes to Gap Goop and the Escher.
This is really tough for FH. Even got the strip from the Karma, and you saw it get cleansed immediately by Hagang. That's one of those instances where it's almost like accidental, it's habitual, you know, by that point, where you use a skill and you kind of forget that, oh, they've got a speed buff on. When you think about Hagang, you kind of associate it with Will, and you kind of forget that it, like, procs off everything sometimes.
Oh, even when there's nothing to strip, Hagang brings so much value. Look at all the glancing being across the field. Not getting any despair stuns here. Let's also keep in mind that Escher additional damage. Did you see the 3k per hit from that third skill? Wild.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Everybody's low. So that's the thing. I know FH is behind in terms of units, but everybody on KELIANBAO's side is like sub 40% right now, save for the gaps here.
And they're all going to get healed up here. KELIANBAO looking at a very easy first match tonight up against FH, though. KELIANBAO really did perform here.
No! Oh, wow. KELIANBAO with a clean 2-0 to lock out the second round of the semifinals. We are going into the finals now.